I'd love to hear about a time in your life that you felt like you were really thriving. Was there a season that really sticks out? Like, I was thriving, and what was going on for you then?
I would say one of the really most difficult times of my life was when I was in doing doctoral work. I was a young mom. I had a baby, my first child, and then I had a second and a third all during my PhD program. And it was hard. Not only that, I was also doubting my sense of vocation. I'm like, I don't know if I have what it takes to do this. Struggling with the sense that I had what it took to do it. But also being far from home and living in Princeton, New Jersey. My parents and family lived in California. And so this was a time when I really doubled down in community. And it wasn't bloodlines or the convenience also of just family, though families are, well, different types of relationships. But it was truly belief that the body of Christ is the family of God. And I found in the churches that I was a part of too, when I was in 8 years in New Jersey, my gosh, like, it's not because we had everything in common, like we knew everything, we liked all the same sports teams, came from the same places, but no, like I learned to really depend on and be the type of person people could depend on. And what it meant to care beyond convenience and to invest even when I felt overwhelmed with the work right in front of me. So I would say that was a time of thriving, not because it was easy, but because I was living into the relational wealth. I was able to experience the presence of God through the relationships of people around me, by being a recipient and also by being someone who cultivated relationships. And it was, while times were tough, I was sleep deprived, overwhelmed, and sometimes quite discouraged. But I look back at that time and I realize how rich I was relationally and how at home I was, even though I wasn't at home. And I just want to say, like, this desire for intimacy and for friendship that we all have, it's not a sign of weakness or immaturity. That actually God created us. He's a befriending God. He's a relational God. He created us to need good friends and to be good friends.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like, that's why the podcast is called With and For,
Yes.
because we fundamentally only thrive when we are with and for others and with and for God, if those are your beliefs. I've heard you preach about God as friend. And for some people, that's a really natural thought if those are their beliefs. But for those who are like, not really sure about religion or faith, like, how do you speak about God as a friend? How do you understand God as a friend?
Yeah, so God is a relational God, a covenanting God. He is a God who wants relationship and made us for relationship with God and with others. And so without them, we're not going to thrive. We need to be known by others and to know them, to love and be loved. And that takes courage. It takes fighting for, it takes showing up for, it takes being disappointed and hurt. It doesn't just happen. These life-giving relationships that draw us closer to God and to one another, it takes effort. It takes commitment, or the language of cultivation. It takes investment. It's like we cannot not invest in a relationship with other people. We need them to experience God's love. We need one another.